All right, Sean Zattel here with my man, the legendary Louis DeCuba Sr., whose son is doing big things in boxing. But Louis Sr., he's got Morrell this weekend. Louis, you've told me for years that David Morrell is going to go on to be the best Cuban professional the sport has seen. It seems like you've irritated Team Benavidez in the lead up to this fight. How are you feeling now that fight week's finally here, Morrell and Benavidez?
Well, it's been a long time in waiting. Right after the Lennox Allen fight, when he won the professional title, we're calling Benavides. I remember Samson went one of the fights in Minnesota, and he said he's only going to see Benavides in pictures. So we came a long way, and I want to thank David Benavides. I want to thank Samson Lokowicz. I want to thank the father, for the opportunity, because if they wouldn't have taken the opportunity, we wouldn't be here. Okay, to me, I'm very confident. We had a great camp, great sparring, and I'm very confident in this fight. We've been looking for a long time. The guy's made order for Morrell. He comes forward. Okay, he's not bad defensively, but he is not that hard to hit. Okay, and so he's going to find out when he gets hit by a full-fledged light heavyweight what it's like, because Morrell beat De La Cruz in Cuba when he was 17 years old at 178 pounds.
Right.
So I'm the one that brought him down to 68 because we had the opportunity for Lennox Allen, and we took the opportunity and we won the title. So we tried to get him first to 68. We couldn't. Thank God we moved up to 75, and for whatever that last performance people saw, maybe that's the reason they fought us, which is great. I know one thing, the guy we fought wasn't really 28-2, he was 29-1 because he beat Browning. We had him in camp with us now. And the guy Benavides fought at light heavyweight, 37 years old, fought 3 times in 7 years. So the guy we fought was active, and styles make fights. The guy was a good mover. He moved around, and we had to look for him. But Benavides, he's not going to move around. He's going to be right in front of us. Right. And I'm very confident. I will say one thing to the fans: if Benavides can take this guy's punches. I had 23 world champions. We were in Road to Durant. If Benavides can take this kid's punches for 12 rounds, okay, I'm going to respect Benavides a lot, and I would favor him over any light heavyweight in the world, okay? Because this guy's punches holes through walls, he's got Sonny Liston hands, and he's a thumper. So anywhere with one punch, he can knock you out, okay? So, and he's very confident. So I'm very confident in the fight. It's a great opportunity for us, to be top 10 in the world pound for pound. And the kid's really excited, and I'm very happy to be here.
Things got heated in Florida once drug testing came up. You and Benavidez look like you're ready to be at each other's throats. Why is that? What happened there?
Well, I really don't even know what he was talking about. We entered the BOTA procedure before he did, so I don't know really what he's talking about. He's trying to play mind games, with Morrell and the BOTA. I mean, if anybody should, we didn't even mention him, but there's plenty of guys. One guy in their camp for sure that that people talk about without saying names. I never mentioned him once, and we're the ones who should be mentioning names, but we don't.
You're referencing Memo Heredia. I said that, not you. But
and I never mention it, and because we're coming to fight, and we don't worry about if the guy is doing this, they're doing that. We worry about coming here, knocking him out, and that's what we came here to do. Okay, he starting all this controversy with our team and all that. I mean, normally I've been around when there's a lot of things going on and talking like that. The guy's scared. I mean, definitely scared. I know the whole team's scared. I saw him in Miami when I had him in front of me. Okay.
Well, lastly, Louis, a big reason Benavidez is a slight favorite, not a huge favorite, but he is a favorite at the books. We're all talking about experience, and they have 2 different past as young fighters. David would spar Golovkin and Pavlik. Morrell had a much more extensive amateur background. But in the pros, everyone's kind of banking on Benavidez' experience paying dividends for him. Why won't that be the case?
It's funny when people talk about experience. Why? Because he sparred with Golovkin and all these guys. Yeah, when he was a kid, you think we were trying to knock him out? He was in there moving around with them. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. He never had no amateur fights. Morrell went to Russia. He fought everybody. He fought the Kazakhstan, the Russian, the Afghanistan, the American. He beat everybody. Okay, and not only was he was the best fighter in the whole tournament. Okay, that's experience. He had 135 fights. When he was 17 years old, he fought a 2-time gold medal winner, Julio de la Cruz. Okay, and beat him, got robbed. Okay, so it's not about experience. Every time you go in the ring, it's an experience. Okay, and he had 133 fights. And every time you go in the ring, you're finding a guy, different style, a guy comes forward, the guy runs around, this guy, and you don't know who you're fighting. You fight whoever they put in front of you. So that's experience, okay? The difference between pro and amateur is the rounds. It's 12 rounds, okay? We got what I consider, a dream team, with Ronnie Shields, we had Ronnie Shields, we had Jack, his conditioner. We conditioned some of the Iron Reward, Shakur Stevenson, Gil Corrales. We had 3 great fights with Casimir Corrales. I've known Jack for 30 years, okay? And, they had Alejo in camp. They had Robert Baye, which is the manager of Feliciano, which I consider the best middleweight in the world. We had great sparring. We sparred over 133 rounds, okay? And like Roberto Duran used to always teach me, sparring and running, baby. And that we did plenty of. So we're ready to go against big guys, okay? One of the guys we had in camp I like to thank is Manuel Gallegos, the one that knocked out Cole, Matchroom fighter. Yeah, he knocked him out in Philadelphia. We had Hard Rock and fought him, because he's fast. He's got a good jab. He's got a long reach, just as long as Morrell. So we had to find him, and he's quick. He makes you alive. And we spar with a 14-0 guy that Golden Boy has, and we use Feliciano a lot in early rounds, because he's so fast. Canelo used him to his different camp, but Munguia and Baranga, and Canelo told me personally he's the fastest middleweight in the world, fastest guy he ever sparred with. So we had a great camp, the weight's great, everything's great, and I'm looking forward to, on February 1st, when Morrell knocks this guy out, and that's what's going to happen.
Louis, thank you for your time, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.